Welcome back to StruckByBelz Cooldown episode 8.
All right, it is episode 8 today.
And this is a new year.
I
Happy
know.
2023.
Happy New Year to everyone. Happy 2023. It's kind of weird to say 2023, right?
Not really.
Really? You don't
Yeah.
find that weird?
No, not at all.
I've always found it weird. Like, we just go through, months and years, and then we just go up in numbers. Like, we've been putting, like, it's like when I was in school, I used to put 2022 on the paper so many times.
Yeah.
When you had to, I think they used to have us do the day, the number of the day, like, let's say
Wait,
Monday,
it was the month,
Monday,
the day,
no, it was,
and the year.
Okay, sure, for Americans, but for like when I was in Haiti,
Mm-hmm.
in the beginning, it was day, the date, like basically it'll be
Like Monday.
Monday 10 January
Really?
2020 something, right? That's how you, but Americans, I think it's
like
November 13, 19 something, right?
Yeah.
So
sure.
You guys don't even put the day on there. It's
not the day of the
week. It's just the month, the number, and then the year. That's what you guys. That's what I say. You guys. I'm American as well, but sure.
Yeah, I know. Right?
I was raised in my younger days in more of a Haitian culture.
Yeah.
But yeah. So it was weird because every year I would put
Okay.
every year I would put the year on a piece of paper, and I'd be like, man, like my brain is kind of like wired to like put this number on the paper, like 2020, like I said,
like the year prior.
It'll be like 1990 something, or 2000 something, 2000. So let's say 2001, and then the next year, I'll have to rewire my brain again and just put 2002.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's like
I get you.
It always like felt so. I don't know. It always felt so weird to me.
It takes time to get used to it, though. I feel like when you go, like you're in school for like 8 months out of the year, 9 months out of the year.
9 months. Oh, sure. That's
right, because summer.
Right. Okay. You're right.
So you're so used to writing that specific year, and then the new year happens, and then you just have to adjust to a new year.
Yeah.
Like writing down like the new year.
Right.
Like from 2022 to like 2023.
Yeah. No, sure. And then you have to go through everything over again. It's like, doesn't it feel like sometimes you're living the same...
Time is a construct. Is that
it's like you're living the same thing over and over and over and over again. Imagine we were living the same, let's say not the same day, but let's say the same year, right? Let's call it the same year because we have different seasons. Because that's the only thing I could differentiate throughout the years. The seasons do change.
True.
Right? The number, whatever, I feel like time is an illusion. But the seasons they do change. It does feel like sometimes like you're like living this thing over and over and over and over. It's like the same.
Very repetitive.
Like the holidays. Oh, here we go again. Christmas again. Here we go again. Halloween again. It's like over. Like, I don't know. It's just a weird... So it's just a weird thing to think about sometimes, like, what exactly, is all of this, I don't know. It like, it's like doing a mission, like in a game, you're doing a mission and you're just re-grinding that mission over and over and over again until you get a certain outcome. Right. And since I've been alive, I've been doing this for 30 years, like 30 years of,
31 years.
31 years.
Just
Am I 31 now? I don't even remember.
Yeah,
time just flies. I don't even know anymore, man. I'm just like,
it is crazy though.
Here.
Like, I feel like 31 is such a weird number.
Right.
I can't even believe you're 31. I'm like, damn.
I can't even believe.
Together for so long.
I feel like I'm still the same. Not the same experience wise. Obviously, I've gotten older, like through, like, I guess my soul has gotten older. But I still feel like the same. Probably 25 Stefan. I still feel like the same 25 Stefan on the inside. But yeah, it's just a weird thing, man. Like, just every new year, like, Happy New Year, we're back again. Okay, we're back again on January. It's just I don't know. I don't know if anybody else feels like that sometimes. I'd like to hear the comments on that. Like, how do you guys feel about, just like, it just feels like repetitive sometimes. Feels like we're stuck in a loop.
Like in a hamster wheel almost.
Like in a hamster wheel. And what's funny about that is, like, a lot of these planets in this world is very spherical. It's three dimensions.
Mm-hmm.
3D, like in a spherical world, like it's like a wheel. It's like infinite.
Mm-hmm.
Like the wheel just there's no
end in
there's no
sight.
end. There's no break. It's like you're in that loop constantly.
Um,
So I don't know. It's interesting to think about.
I don't think we were even meant to like live in a society like that, where we're living like, I feel like we're almost robots in a way. Like we do the same thing day in and day out. I don't know. I think like we were made to like enjoy this life, and I feel like we do very little enjoying and a lot of work.
Yeah. But we have to keep ourselves busy, because
I'm not saying work is not bad,
sure.
But the amount of work to just provide for your family, the amount of work you have to do to provide for your family, so obviously it varies from family to family, but like it's crazy. People are working 9-10 hours a day, and then they only have like an hour to spend with their kids before they go off to bed, and then they go to school the next day, and then the parents go back to work. It's like, where's the enjoyment in life?
Yeah. Sometimes I think about that, because like when you think about life and what exactly are we supposed to be doing here, like, is it to just be working 9 to 5 and doing, like, obviously I guess you have to contribute to society, sure,
Yeah,
but like, what does contributing to society really means if the individual can't enjoy his life? Like,
you're working to pay the bills at this point.
yeah, like you have all these bills and all these things, and you don't have, some people, like, they might not see tomorrow. They might just be 20 years old, 30 years old, 40 years old, whatever. And then you pass away, and you're like, you didn't really enjoy, you didn't do anything you really wanted to do. Like, people are stuck doing things they don't want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're living this world over and over and over again every day, and like every year, and you're not doing anything you love. Like you say, work, like that concept of work, like, what the hell is that? You know what I'm saying? So like, I feel like we got it, like, obviously I think it's purposeful. If we go into different talking points, I feel like it is purposeful when whoever they are, it's definitely, they're purposely doing this to the majority of us. But working, if you're gonna be productive and proactive, and do something in your free time, because obviously we have a lot of free time on this planet, wherever we are, you want to do something productive. You want to keep yourself busy, right? You want to do, you don't want to just sit here all day, because you're going to be bored. You have all this time and you're not doing anything, so you want to do something, right? And we have this whole planet, all these resources, all this material, all this stuff that we can do to pass the time, to enjoy ourselves. Why not enjoy ourselves, right? Why are we stuck doing all these things? Because there's all these restrictions and these
I think it's also fear.
Of course it's also fear. It's 100% fear, because what, you're afraid, we've been put in our heads the fear of death, per se. Like, people are afraid of many things, but I think it always falls back to the fear of death, because you're afraid to die. You then now have to do all these things to not starve, to feed your family and all this stuff, and they put all these systems in place for you to have to work and have to do something you necessarily don't want to do. Like, working, there's certain jobs that are, sure, I think you can find fulfillment in any job. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can find fulfillment in any job. Like, let's say I was working at McDonald's. I can find fulfillment at, I'm making this meal for other people to eat so that they can survive. I can feel fulfilled in that, right? But is that what you really want to do? Is that your passion? Is that, if you had a choice of, living in a world where housing was taken care of, health care was taken care of, everything was taken care of, would you work at that McDonald's? You know what I'm saying? Would you?
I think a lot of people would say no.
I think people would say no. But then again, we don't really, the system is not really catered to what you want to do. It's catered to what
you need to do,
what you can provide to society.
Yeah.
What can you offer this society? And I think that's where it's catered to right now. But, hopefully, like I think about the military sometimes when I think about, how the military is structured compared to the civilian life. The military is by salary and by rank, right? And you get paid no matter what. Every single
whether you show up or not.
15. No, you gotta show up now. You gotta show up.
Sure, but what I'm saying is like, you get paid leave. You get you can have like sick days, and you're still gonna get paid on those days.
Correct. More often than not, you get paid no matter what, whatever situation is.
As long as you don't go
AWOL, do something crazy, right?
Yeah.
But everybody in, like, let's say the way the military is, like, everybody, let's say you took out the money. Let's say you took out the money for the military. You still get to eat. You have free food at wherever, DFAC or whatever. But there are stipulations for that. Because there's only single people. You could be married, but you gotta pay for it. But the single people get free food or whatever. But married people, because you get BAH and BAS and all that stuff, you gotta pay for your food. But they still give you the money to buy your own food or whatever.
Yeah.
You get your salary. You get your food taken care of. You get your sleep taken care of. Your water, your clothes, washing, bathing, all the necessities are taken care of, and you get paid your rank. And as you go, you get promoted over time from E1 to E4, and if it's officers from second lieutenant all the way up, whatever. And then there's certain tests you have to do or boards you have to pass to get to the next rank or whatever.
Yes, yeah.
But what I see about the military compared to the civilian world is that everybody has a purpose in their job. Obviously, it might not be what you want to do, right? But as long as you do something, everything is you're taken care of. You know what I'm saying? You have a roof over your head. You got everything you need.
Yeah. Compared
to the civilian world, you can't do anything and be okay. Specifically, let's think about now in this society. Like now, currently we're living inflation, prices are high, whatever. You can't really just do anything and be okay. Let's say you're working at McDonald's. Let's say whatever, you're working like, a job like that, or a job that's not really paying well. It's tough to pay for rent out there.
So expensive.
It's tough to keep food on your plate. It's tough to have the necessities.
Just the bare necessities.
Just the needs that you need.
Nothing extra.
To survive. It's insane to me that it's like this. Like, it's so weird. But in the military, even though you might not do what you want to do, as long as you're doing something, a job, obviously there's officers and there's enlisted, but the money that you make every month doesn't go to paying for rent. It doesn't go to paying for food. It doesn't go to water bills or whatever. All that money you make every month is whatever you want to do with it. So the fun that you want to have outside of work, like the idea that I think this society wants to have of, people contributing to society is more of a military idea. I think the military has it right compared to civilians, because civilians, the minimum wage is not enough. You don't make enough to survive. But the military, even though, first of all, they pay, I think, way more than a minimum wage, at a certain point. At a certain point. But it's time. But again, everything else is paid for.
Exactly.
So it's time. Yeah. Right. When you get to E4, I think you're making good enough money and you have everything. You got health insurance, free health insurance,
dental insurance. You got everything. I remember when you were in the military.
Right. It's insane how much you get on that end compared to how much you get on this end as a civilian. And obviously you're serving your country, so you get all these benefits. But it still feels like it's not it's just I feel like there's something off with the system. Something's off with it.
Well, I think they just want to kind of get rid of like the middle class, and they want to keep the poor people poor, and they want to keep the rich people rich.
Yeah, man, it's capitalism. it's capitalism. Obviously, capitalism is good. I think capitalism is good, but I also think there are some negative things with capitalism. I think there's some things that they could work on to make it better. But again, going back to the society that we want to build, what exactly is the society we want to build? Are we building a society where everyone has to contribute to society, or do we want to build a society where everyone gets to do what they want to do? Again, about living in this world, being in this kind of hamster wheel. We're doing this over and over and over again. People are not doing what they want to do, what they want, what they're passionate about. They're stuck doing these other things, and they have to go to school or whatever to become this great doctor, this great art.
Which a lot of people, that's their passion. I think it's important to maybe have a little bit of both. I think it's important that people, they need to contribute to society. Like, we need essential workers. But I think, it's important to also have time to do what you want to do. And a lot of people, they're working more than one job, and they're not even able to spend time with their families. They're not able to, catch up on their hobbies. They can't do any of that.
You brought up a good point. You said we need essential personnel. How many people do you think we have on this planet now?
I don't know.
Give or take.
7-8 billion?
I think that's a good number. 7-8 billion? I think that's a good number. 7-8 billion people.
7 to 8, I mean.
Sure. Let's whatever, rough number. I don't really know what the number is.
No, I didn't want people to say it like I said 7.8. Like, I know exactly.
7 to 8 billion. Roughly. I think out of 7 to 8 billion people, we will have, just by numbers sake, I think you'll have essential personnel out of that number. Because a lot of people on this planet are not really being, utilized. They're living in poor countries, poor neighborhoods and everything. Those people might have had limitless potential, but they're not being utilized. So if everyone, and that's the thing about this planet is very divided too. We're very divided as human beings. We have this tribalism thing going on where we're like Americans, this, that, all this stuff.
Yeah, we're not united.
Right. And I think that's partly the issue as well. But if you did have, let's say because when I think about like what would be my dream scenario for like living in you're just being alive, because we didn't choose to be alive. Obviously our parents, they've met each other or whatever, and they had us, but we never chose this life. We didn't choose to be in this world and to suffer. I didn't say I wanted to. I don't remember in another place saying, yo, I want to go to planet Earth. When I'm born, I want to be in there suffering. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we had those memories, and if that is the case, then sure. But because we don't have those memories or any of that inkling, it's like, if I'm here, I want to do something that makes me happy, makes me, fulfilled, or makes me, pass the time that we're doing to the 2023 that we've been here. You know what I'm saying? So if I think everybody did or found something that they loved, I think we would eventually get to the point where we would have essential personnel. Again, if everybody, because when you just look at the United States just by itself, even when you look at that, I think there's plenty of people. Because we're like 300 plus million people in the United States. There's plenty of people.
I'm not sure.
I think that's what it is. Don't quote me on that, but I think it's what it is. But there's plenty of people. So, I think, in my dream world, I would love for everyone to do what they love and get paid, or be able to live as well as doing what you love. Yeah. Maybe you don't put money into it. Maybe you remove the idea of having money, because I don't even know where the idea came from. The idea of having currency and paying with something. Maybe back in the day with gold and all that stuff, that's where it came from. People wanted gold and stuff to exchange and buy stuff. But maybe as long as everyone did something that they loved and contributed in some way by doing what they love, maybe they would, Maybe it would work. But then what if people, whatever they love is just procrastinating?
Yeah, that's why I think there needs to be a balance.
Right.
Because if you have people just like, there's no like rules. I think us as humans, like we need rules.
Right.
I don't think we will be able to function or survive with just us like doing our own thing. But yeah, I think we need to have a balance with, working and giving us a purpose to this life and contributing to the society, and also, spending time with family and doing what we love. I think working is good. I don't think there's anything bad about that.
But working with doing something you don't want to do?
It's tricky because sure, in a perfect world, you can do what you love and get paid for it, but that's just not how this world works. Sometimes you have to work a job that you don't really enjoy to pay the bills, but then on the bright side, now you have all this time to do what you do love.
Yeah.
Or to spend time with your family, or to travel, whatever you want to do.
Yeah. But do you realize that people work more? Like, you see people, you work more than you spend time at home.
That's what I'm saying.
But
there needs to be more of a balance.
So you're saying there needs to be more balance of like working and spending time for yourself and at home with your family. So let's say instead of working 9 to 5 or 9 to 5, maybe you work less. Maybe we cut down on the amount of time we have to work.
Yeah, and also like I was listening to a podcast a while ago, and they were even saying like people who do work a 9 to 5 job only work out of those 8 hours. They're only working like 3 to 4 hours because our brains can't like our brains are not wired to work for that amount of time without getting distracted. So it's like it's counterintuitive at that point. Like I think you just need to.
Isn't that why we get breaks though?
What, your 30-minute break?
Well, sure, but I'm saying maybe that 30-minute breaks refreshes your brain somewhat. I don't know what
this was an old podcast. Like it must have been like a year or two ago. But yeah, that's what they were saying, that we're not wired to necessarily work for 8 hours. We can't even. People who do work 9 to 5 jobs, they're not even necessarily working those 8 hours. They're like probably texting, they're looking up something else on the internet, they're making plans for the weekend. So it's kind of like, why? Like it just doesn't make sense. Just like use us for the amount of time that we will actually work and do the job, then just have us there for extra 3 to 4 hours not really working.
Yeah.
And that time can be spent like at home or doing what you love.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe contributing like that to society and to this world, maybe cutting down on that amount of time. Because when you think about it, you're working, like currently people that are working 9 to 5 jobs and probably longer, because doctors, they work crazy like amount of jobs or whatever, hours. Like crazy amount of hours. Or even other people too, like content creators and you name it. Some people, I think the hours are actually going up than going down, like in a normal day for people. And like you're working all that time, plus you have to supposedly get 8 hours of sleep, right? Let's say 9 to 5, you get 8 hours there, 8 hours there. That's 8 hours to work, 8 hours to sleep. And you have 8 hours for food, your whatever, getting ready, travel time
to and from work.
When all that stuff is done, how much time do you have for yourself? And 4 hours, 3 hours
to fill your glass, to fill other people's glass.
Yeah, and then the crazy thing is, 7 days a week. We have 7 days a week, and you're supposed to work Monday through Friday. You work 5 days out of that week doing that. Plus, you get 2 days off because you get 24. I don't know. It just seems it just feels like it's for because when you think about because it would make more sense if we knew where we came from and what exactly we're really doing here. But overall, as a concept, if you're a religious person, you think that, God created us and all this stuff, whatever, and he asked us to multiply. That was the main, and to look after his look after his animals and this planet or whatever. But if you're a person that you're signed more along the lines of the science, you're kind of like, we live in this universe, this planet, evolution, blah blah blah. But it's like either way you look at it, it's like, okay, I get that. I get both sides. But like, how does that benefit me? How does that benefit me?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't ask to be here. You didn't, so how can all of this benefit me? But for it to benefit me, people came with a plan where you have to work, you have to go to school, you have to learn all these things, but what if that's not something you want to do personally as a person? And now all of a sudden that's supposedly negatively impact you because you're not interested in any of that? I have trouble understanding why does that negatively impact that individual that doesn't want to participate in that?
Mm-hmm.
That individual did not ask to be here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where I think the system kind of, obviously if you don't want to participate, whatever, but this is the other thing. Back in the day, we were more hunter-gatherers, right? We knew how to hunt. We knew how to take care of ourselves. We didn't need, cars and, fill up tanks with gas and going to the grocery store and buying food and everything.
We were self-sufficient.
We were self-sufficient. That has been taken away. The self-sufficient
I don't think it has been taken away.
It has been taken away.
I think us as humans, we all take a certain path in life, and we choose to not be hunter-gatherers anymore. Mm-hmm. We are all about convenience. We're all about going to the grocery store and picking up food versus going out and hunting for our food. So I don't think it's been taken away from us. It's just we prefer convenience over doing that.
Okay. I agree with you. We do prefer convenience because the conveniency has been provided.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Right? But
it's a choice that we make.
It's not a choice that I made. You come into this world, as a kid, all you've ever been taught was that you go to the grocery store for your food, right? You come back, you go to school, you learn these things. You come back home, you do your little activities, basketball, whatever. You have never been taught to go out in the woods. Maybe some people have. Some people still choose to do that and teach their kids and grow up like that. Mm-hmm. But for the majority of people, they're not being
exposed to that.
I've been in the military. I've been exposed to that kind of environment, so I understand how to get to that point. But a lot of people don't. Majority of people don't. So of course, it has been taken away because the conveniency has been provided. But when the conveniency, hopefully not, but in times of war or whatever, that's what happens. So when that stuff goes away, what happens then? What do you get? You get people going to the grocery store or going to these stores and causing riots and everything. That's what you're going to see. When you watch these doomsday movies, you see everybody running the streets and acting crazy and burning up everything and just going crazy.
Sure.
Because it becomes perfect, like Walking Dead, let's say apocalypse, whatever, everyone for themselves. It becomes everyone for themselves. It becomes the family's responsibility to take care of themselves, right? The individual's responsibility to take care of themselves. So now you need to know how to defend yourself from other people, because that's why we have a society. Because if we don't have a society, that's what you would have. You would have that kind of environment where it's like free for all. But you don't have free for all because we do have this society aspect that's keeping us civilized. That's why we have a civilization. We're civilized. But if you didn't have that, and obviously I think there's pros to having an individual learning how to hunt, learning how to take care of their own food, learning how to survive for themselves. Because if you were able to survive for yourself, you wouldn't participate into the what's the word I was saying in the beginning? You wouldn't participate into the
system.
Not only the system, but like contribute to society. You wouldn't participate in that, because if you didn't want to do any of that, and you didn't want any of that stuff anymore, but you were able to keep that hunter-gatherer mindset to provide for yourself, because even with hunting now, they got rules and regulations on how you hunt. You can't hunt different things in different seasons, right?
It doesn't mean you can't eat.
But where are you gonna eat if you're not participating? You don't have money to go to the grocery store.
You were saying that you didn't choose to be raised, for example, going to a public school, going to the grocery store. But I think us as adults, it's time to unlearn things, right? And if we are really passionate, or we really stand by this hunter-gatherer stuff and not, following the system, then you would learn how to hunt. You would learn how to do these things. And it shouldn't be, there shouldn't be any excuses as to why you can't be self-sufficient.
Right.
If you really want it.
Yeah. I agree with you. That's a great way to, maybe, go about.
Because that's how you create change.
Yeah, but that's a great way to go about changing. But how easy is it to unlearn stuff?
It's hard. It's so hard.
It is very hard to unlearn stuff.
But it's possible.
Sure, it is
possible.
Anything's possible. Anything. But I think as human beings, we're like creatures of habit. We build habits. And we stick to those habits.
You have to break them.
You can't. Okay, that's great. But
I'm saying, because what's funny is that you and I are two totally different people, and you can see it right here, because we both have habits, right? But like I've had to unlearn a lot of things, like things that I learned growing up that now as an adult, as a mom, as a wife, like I don't necessarily agree with those things. And I have to unlearn a lot of things that I've been taught. And it's been hard, and it's still like sometimes I still catch myself like thinking or doing things that I don't necessarily agree with now. But the point is, I'm still open to changing. Like I'm still like trying to evolve in that way. Right.
And I think we should be open to change with any issue, like major issues that this country's dealing with, major issues that the individuals are dealing with. I'm sure, I'm confident that changing, is a good thing. You should change for the better. But what I'm saying is, it's not easy to change. It's hard. It's a hard thing to do, because you build these habits over years, and it's purposeful. It's purposeful, these habits that have been built, because they've been built throughout generations, cultures, these habits of, of contributing to society and building this world that we have now. But if you want to change certain things, it might not be as easy, because again, let's say you have a family. You have to provide your family. You're not just going to be like, you know what, man, I'm just going to be a hunter today. Forget the bills, forget the whatever. We need to learn how to hunt or whatever. It's not as easy to just pick up and just do that. You know what I'm saying? Or say, I'm just going to join the military. I'm just going to learn some of these things or whatever. Like, I feel like, there's a power in the individual that's been taken away, per se, because again, like I said, if the individual didn't want to do any of this stuff, because I remember growing up, all these people like, man, I hate math. Why the hell do we have to do math? Why do we have to learn all that? Perfect example. A lot of the stuff that we learned going to school, I'm not using any of this anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Sure, it's good to know. It's good to know this stuff, but I might die tomorrow and I'll never use it. It's like some of the stuff I feel like we're learning the wrong things. there's certain things that I feel like they're essential to the individual that we're not learning. And it would be good to teach as a young kid growing up, because isn't that why we teach anyways? As when we're young, you're teaching the kid or the person when they're young, so that they could be successful in society when they grow up. Well, they could be successful. But
it all starts with one person. Like, if you can't do it within you, then you teach that to your kids, and hope that they will do the same. That's all you can do. But you need to be the change. Like, you can't just talk about it. You know, it has to start with someone.
No, of course it has to start. But my main point is that, you know, the system does need to change somewhat, and maybe it does start. You know, it starts with us. It starts with us to, you know, in any issue, in every issue that we have as a human race, because I don't think, and you know, it could be the way that it's been designed, it could be for the worse for us, and we just don't even know it. Yeah. We don't even know, because like I said, like, if tomorrow there's no light, there's no power. Like, if there's no power,
we're screwed. We're dead.
Like, if there is no power, you know, we there was a hurricane that just passed not too long ago. There was no power for like 2 or 3 days. Oh, it was terrible. It's not good. It's not good living like that. But guess what? We are adaptable. We can live like that.
You learn to live like that.
You can't exactly. But for most people, they're not gonna survive that. Yeah, they're not gonna survive that, and that's been taken away. So that's what I mean by that. So like, you know, but you know, we'll see in the future how everything plays out, and you know, I'm sure there's some smart people out there they're gonna figure this stuff out. But you know, but again, it does feel like sometimes we're like in this hamster wheel. We're just going and going and going. We're in 2023. Guess what? Next year, 2024. You know, and it's just gonna keep going up. Yeah, we're just gonna keep being part of the same thing. But yeah.
I kind of wanted to talk about our, not New Year's, but I guess our New Year goals, or like, not necessarily goals, but I have some words that really, you know, stuck out to me that I want to like implement this year. I know I kind of spoke about it to you driving back home from Miami. And like, I'll start, and then maybe you can think about it while I talk. Okay. Definitely one of them is laughter. I want to laugh more this year. Second one is love, and I just want to spread more love, give more love this year to my relationships and my friendships. And lastly is be of service to others. I definitely want to focus on contributing more, you know, volunteering more, possibly different organizations, just giving my time. I think giving time to other people is very important, and it can impact many lives. And those are 3 things that I really want to do this year.
I think those are great things, especially, you know, helping other people out. That's something you've always wanted to do. Yeah. Like, you know, we still. Well, I do, but do it now
in a way that I don't get my time. Like, I do donate money every month, but I feel like there's no better thing than actually being involved in someone's life. Like no money involved, just like you being that impact in someone's life.
Yeah, I think that would be a great thing for you. I think that's something that you want to do. That you're passionate about those things, and I think that would be amazing to do, and especially like, you know, going back to church and getting in church, and you know,
volunteering over there too. I think that would be good.
That would be awesome to do as well. For me, I would say one thing that I definitely want to be doing this year is being more proactive. I feel like I need to be more proactive in, you know, doing things, and Yeah, I think that's something that I'm gonna focus on this year. And you know me, I don't like to have a lot of things. I just want to focus on one thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm like that. Like I just like I like dial in on one thing, and I just because I can't just do a whole bunch of stuff at once. I need to focus on that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think being proactive, getting back in the gym, you know, being proactive with the different things in our life, um, I think that's going to be beneficial as well. So yeah, proactive.
Okay, so that's your one goal.
Yeah, my one goal.
I know we're coming close to an end here, so I think we should top it off with anime of the week, or like
we can't really talk about there's no anime of the week this week because we don't really. Well, we've been watching The Boys currently.
Man.
Oh, I can't wait till YouTube gets that.
The Boys has been like my favorite thing to watch, yes. And we're about to jump into season 2 today, and it's been so hard to like not just binge watch because it's so much fun. Like I enjoy that show so much.
If you guys want to support us, and that would be greatly appreciated because supporting us help us do what we do every day. If you guys want to support us, you guys can support us over on Patreon. The Boys season 1's already on Patreon. Yeah. All of the reactions are up there. So if you guys want to support us and go watch those reactions, they are awesome. We love The Boys, and we can't wait to jump into season 2. It took me by
surprise.
Yeah.
I was not expecting to like The Boys as much as I do. Mm-hmm. Like, it's probably one of my favorite shows. Like, you know what? This might be controversial, but whatever. It's better than Game of Thrones, in my opinion.
Oh, you going up? Well, I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say that.
I don't even think it's fair to compare them.
Yeah,
because they're two different types of shows.
Right.
But I find myself enjoying The Boys more than I was with Game of Thrones.
We love Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones was great, but The Boys never made me laugh. I just love anything that makes me laugh. Yeah. I like.
I think you have a point. The Boys really is up there, but I think the last season of Game of Thrones is what kind of tainted it a little bit. People weren't
happy about that.
But I still love Game of Thrones. But House of Dragon, this new season of Game of Thrones thing, I think is before Game of Thrones. We have to watch that after we're done with The Boys.
Is that what it is? It's supposed to be before Game of Thrones?
I think it's before everything that happened with Game of Thrones. Like we get to see like all the Targaryens and all that stuff with the dragons and stuff. So yeah, I think we're gonna.
So is there some of the same characters and?
I don't believe so. I think there's all new characters. Cast? Yeah, but people were saying it's amazing.
Really?
When it was going on, like people were telling us, "Yo, you guys need to check that out." I saw on Twitter it was trending every Sunday because it's every Sunday thing. But yeah, so we'll probably do House of Dragon after we're done with The Boys on Patreon first, and then we'll do on YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, you guys over on YouTube, The Boys will be coming soon, and man, amazing stuff. But I wanted to say another thing, we finished Classroom of the Elite.
Yes.
Yeah, we finished Classroom of the Elite on Patreon, and it was amazing as well. Ayano Koji is just an amazing character.
Very complex.
Very complex, very intelligent. Mm-hmm. Like, I don't even want to say smart for him. I want to say intelligent.
He's a genius.
He is a genius. This dude is on a different level, man. And he can fight. Like,
the thing is, like, is he using it for good? Because you can be a genius and you can use it for good or bad. Right. I'm still trying to figure him out.
Yeah, he wants to have like that simple school stuff. He wants to have the simple school, but he's also very analytical and he's trying to understand human beings more and why they do what they do, in my opinion. But we'll see how everything plays out. I think people were saying season 3 is supposed to come out sometime this summer. Oh, so that's actually that's around the corner. So that's awesome as well. So
I believe Tokyo Revengers is coming out this month.
Yes,
this weekend.
Yeah. New animes coming out this season, this winter season that we're going to be checking out. So instead of anime of the week, we're going to be our animes we're looking forward to
watching.
Vinland Saga.
Yes, of course. Tokyo Revengers. We have My Hero coming back.
And Blue Lock is coming back.
Blue Lock is coming back, which we've been watching forever now. Awesome. Well, Blue Lock is new, but My Hero, right? It's, the deal. Two
awesome animes. But you want to talk about Vinland Saga or Tokyo Revengers first, and sure. What we're excited. I'm excited to actually keep watching Tokyo Revengers because of the whole Takemichi stuff, and how everything is going to play out, moving forward, because
with him traveling.
Yeah, last time we we watched Tokyo Revengers.
What was the last thing that happened? Because I can't remember.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the main bad guy's name again.
Not Mikey. Mikey's
no, not Mikey. Mikey's the one of the good guys in the gang. It was the guy that he came in the gang. What
do you think he knows about Takemichi's?
He knows something because
something about him traveling.
He shot Chifuyu.
Yeah.
Right? He shot Chifuyu and then he shot Takemichi or whatever. So damn, why can't I remember his name, man? But he's like the main bad guy. Sorry, I put you on the spot. No, but I'm kind of mad at myself that I can't remember.
It's okay.
His name.
We have like 2 days to prepare
to catch up.
Yeah, not to catch up because we're caught up, but just to refresh our
memories and stuff. But yeah, man, I'm just excited for Tokyo Revengers, man, with the whole back and forth with Takemichi going to the future, the past, and stuff like that. And it's just Tokyo Revengers was just a big surprise. Last year when we did it, people were telling us we need to watch it. When we saw it, we were like, oh my god, this reminds us of this anime that we watched that was called Erased.
Oh my god!
And we loved Erased. We never reacted to Erased. That's one of the animes we watched together.
Because it's been so long. We should rewatch it. We should rewatch it. Rewatch it. Rewatch it.
So we rewatch it on our own, not react to it.
No, but I don't mind watching it with everyone else.
Oh heck no! Why would we watch something we've already watched? That's terrible.
No, I know, but just to I don't know, because I forgot a lot of it. It's been it's been a long time. That's when we were in Washington, so it's been.
It has been a couple years, but I don't want to rewatch something that we watched already.
Sure, then we can just do it
unless it was something you haven't watched or I haven't watched, and then one of us has.
Yeah, I know, but we both watched it.
If we've already watched it, I don't want to.
Just to refresh my memory. It's been so long.
We can watch it on our own, and there's no reason to,
Sure.
I don't know. We'll let people in the comments will let us know. But if you guys want to rewatch it, whatever. If you guys agree with Melanie's idea, I kind of disagree.
Something I wouldn't mind watching with the community is oh my god, I just skipped my memory. Kiki's Delivery Service. It's been so long since I watched that movie, but I feel like it would be watching it it's been so long, so I think it'll be cool to re-watch that with the community. Yeah, it's been 10 years. It's been so long.
I get you. It's always fun to.
It's nostalgic.
No, 100%. Because I've watched Hunter x Hunter before in the past, and I believe last year sometime, I think it was earlier last year, I watched Hunter x Hunter again. I was in the living room watching Hunter x Hunter. I watched the whole season again, but by myself. I wasn't gonna react to it unless you did. If you wanted to watch Hunter x Hunter because you've never watched it, you wanted to watch it, I'll watch it with you. To to talk to you, whatever, make their reaction, more have more conversation. But I wouldn't watch it again if you watched. I don't know. I just
you never watched Kiki's Delivery Service?
I would watch it because I've never watched it.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, good idea. We should watch it together.
Yeah. But yeah, Tokyo Revengers is coming out. Vinland Saga is also coming out. I think it's going to be on Mondays. And we're going to be seeing the story of Thorfinn continue. And I'm very interested to see how the season's going to play out. A lot of people have been saying that this season is it's not really action based. It's more storytelling, and which is cool. I really like that aspect as well.
I just wonder where they're going with the story.
Yeah, and Mappa's animating it again.
I know.
Which is Mappa, man. Those animators over there, they need a break. Well, they're probably never gonna get a break because Mappa just has they have something every season. Ever since what's the first anime we watched from Mappa? Was it God of High School?
I think it was God of High School.
It was God of High School, then it was JJK.
JJK.
Yeah, I think it was God of High School first and JJK. So ever since then, Mappa has just been on the scene.
I remember watching something else that they're animating.
They've animated so many.
Chainsaw Man.
Chainsaw Man, yeah, they're animating Chainsaw Man as well. But they've animated other things as well.
No, I'm saying recently.
Right.
As of the past year
last
or
season.
So. Mm-hmm.
Right. But they're doing Vinland Saga again. Thorfinn. I wonder how Thorfinn is gonna, because Askeladd is not there anymore.
Yeah, he's dead.
And that was one of the things that he
spoiler alert.
And he never got to defeat Askeladd.
Yeah.
Right. Well, spoiler alert.
I know, but
if you're here listening to this and you haven't watched Vinland Saga, I'm sorry. But season 1's been out for a while.
Season 2 is around the corner.
Season 2 is around the corner. We're talking about season 2, so why would you even be listening? Because we're talking about season 2. But yeah, Askeladd is no longer here, and Thorfinn never got that fight, never got that revenge that he wanted. Mm-hmm. But he might still get a revenge because of Loki. Well, I think his name is Floki. He's the one that hired Askeladd to kill Thor.
Yeah, it's like he's a source.
Yeah, so this season I want to see how, not only Thorfinn changes, because it seems like in the trailer he's going to be somewhere, he's going to grow up, he's going to change somewhat, because he's not going to be out here killing people anymore. Mm-hmm. But I want to see if Thorfinn finds out about Floki, and how does that, how is he gonna react to that? Is he gonna go back down that vengeance path, or is he just gonna be this new Thorfinn, just chill farmer because he looks like he's in some kind of farm, just chilling, not the regular life? Or is he gonna go and that's what I want to see him go after Floki, and I would like to see how that plays out. But we'll see for season 2.
Yeah, because the trailers that we watched for Vinland Saga, that was kind of like, what the hell's going on? Like, I didn't understand.
Didn't know any character.
No.
I think we saw Kanute once. He looked older. Yeah, he doesn't have long hair anymore.
And obviously, we saw Thorfinn. Mm-hmm. But
there's some new characters.
Aside from that, I'm like, who are these people? Yeah. What's going on? Like, I hope the season's gonna be great, because season 1 was amazing, especially towards the end.
Yeah, I think because the first season, WIT Studios did it.
You're right.
You know what's interesting? Wait, so WIT Studios have been losing all these animes. They come, obviously they stopped doing Attack on Titan at some point. Then Mappa took it.
That is true. That is interesting.
And then they stopped doing Vinland Saga, and now Mappa has it again. So yeah, Mappa is just taking these animes from I guess WIT Studios, and
I'm mad at
and WIT Studios is making different kinds of anime, because they were like Attack on Titan, Vinland Saga, and I believe they had other things that were going on, but like now they're making more unique stuff.
Really?
Right, because they just
like what?
Well, not really unique, but they did Spy Family. It's not really action packed like Attack on Titan or Vinland Saga per se.
It was great too.
It was Spy Family was amazing. Mm-hmm. Like, it was amazing stuff, and they did what's the thing with the little prince? The little prince, so cute. I can't think of the name. Oh, amazing anime. Very unique as well. People would sleep on it at the beginning.
Yeah, I forgot. I forgot we even watched that.
I can't remember the name, man. But you guys in the comments, you guys will know. You guys will let people know in the comments.
Yeah, he would.
I can't remember that.
Can I look it up? Because it's
gonna take you a minute looking this up.
Yeah, just give me maybe 30 seconds. When was this? Like, when did we?
I don't remember. I think it was summertime last year.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it was a while ago.
We could do a playlist.
Playlist, you could probably see it. Right there. What is that?
Oh, Ranking of the Kings.
Ranking of Kings.
Yes.
Ranking of Kings. Yeah. Ranking of Kings. Yes. They did last year. They did something else with like this AI female robot that we haven't watched yet. But WIT Studios are just doing different things. They're not really into like the major animes anymore. Like the ones like the top dogs every season. It doesn't seem like WIT is in there.
WIT is not with it.
Yeah, they're not in there. Maybe in the future, because WIT Studios, they're an amazing studio. They do great stuff, but they've been really doing the Spy Family is kind of upper tier, because a lot of people really love Spy Family, so they definitely got that one. But besides Spy Family, they haven't really. I don't think they've done something that's super super popular that people have been watching, like JJK, Bleach, My Hero. Obviously, Bones has that. Like a lot of the top dogs, like WIT hasn't. Their top dog was really Attack on Titan, and they don't even have that anymore. So yeah, but I'm excited for Vinland Saga. I can't wait to see how Mappa animates that, and it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be awesome. Yep. Yeah, it seems like Mappa took Attack on Titan, now they took Vinland Saga, so we're gonna see how they animate Vinland Saga. I'm sure Mappa's gonna do a phenomenal job. They're amazing over there. Those animators might need a break, but we'll see. Hands. We'll see how everything plays out. But I love everything that comes out with Mappa. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed the podcast this week.
You say the episode.
Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed episode 8, and we'll see you guys next week. We'll definitely have anime of the week next week, because we're gonna be watching a lot of anime next week. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Follow us on Instagram and on Twitter. Link in the description below.
Definitely, guys. See you guys there. Show us out.